minute to go in the fourth as Eddie Jones hits another huge shot from downtown, and the game is tied at 90.
That was a nice diagram play by Stan Van Gundy, using Wade almost as a decoy to get the ball over to Jones.
Carter, Kristich, hit by Haslund. Carter fires. Not a good shot. He had time remaining.
And another big play by Eddie Jones contesting that shot. And do they go 2 for 1 here, Marv?
Well, Eddie Jones 5 of 8 now from three-point land. He has 20 points. Here comes Wade. That's exactly what they're doing. Wade coming up short. And let's see what the call is. It is a jump ball. Collins with the height advantage against Wade, who can leap, and controlled by the Nets. They want him. Nope. They'll talk it over. They want a timeout. Miami with only 2 field goals the last 6.5 minutes, both with three-pointers by Eddie Jones.
And you see Cliff Robinson also in the game, Marv, another guy who can shoot the ball. So New Jersey spreading out the defense here.
All right, final second. Carter, only 11 of 30 from the field. Here's Carter giving it back. Kidd for the win. And we're headed to overtime. Dwayne Wade is a rebound and 2 assists away from a triple-double. Here's Wade. Damon Jones able to save it. Here's Eddie Jones, who's been on fire. Not that time. Kidd on the rebound and fouled by Eddie Jones. He had Carter ahead of the field, but Eddie Jones prevented that at the line. 1:59 remaining in overtime. Nets now lead 97-94.
Interesting, Miami is not even looking to go into Shaq anymore, partly because of the hack of Shaq, but also because he's not himself. He's struggling right now.
Well, Stan talked to us earlier. He talked to Shaquille didn't have his leverage. He's standing upright so much that he was getting pushed off the block and didn't have his quickness with his feet.
Bill O'Neal coming back from that bruised thigh injury. Now O'Neal looking for position, and as he makes his move, foul is called.
Shaquille gets the ball. If he gets in tight, foul him, make him make his points at the free throw line. Don't give him any kind of easy baskets.
Oh, Shaq cuts it to a 2-point New Jersey lead.
Marv, what has Shaq told us many times?
How often we have said that Shaq says when they count, he makes them at the line. Which is not necessarily true. This time it is.
It is 2 in a row.
That lead is 1.
Usually Shaq's winking to the other coach when that happens at the end of the game.
I think you've been at the other end
yes.
a few times. That's working around. Kidd for 3. Wade on the rebound.
Love the possession, though. 2 extra passes leads to the in-rhythm, wide-open 3. Kidd just can't get it to go.
Minute 15 left in OT. Here's O'Neal popping it out. Shot clock down to 4. Shaq spinning. Shaq had it knocked away, and he's fouled.
Wow, New Jersey's got to be furious right now. What a great defensive possession.
1-point game.
It's more than a questionable call. I think that's tough. I mean, you're battling, you're Jason Collins, and you got your hands straight up in the air. I didn't see much. I think that's a shot clock violation.
Shaq now 9 of 15 at the line, and he's hit his last 3 here down the stretch. The game is tied at 97. You see 1:03 left in overtime. And Dick Bavetta indicating that Jefferson stepped in too quickly. It's a foul line violation.
That's a double violation because you saw, I think it was Haslam was also stepping in, so now it's a jump ball.
Unusual, but what the right call? It was the right call.
And someone stepped in too quickly. Yes, it's New Jersey ball. Shaq attempting to steal the tip.
And there's what we talked about before. The officials have to make a good toss. They're in a difficult spot, too. I thought it was a low toss, and it looked like both guys were there. Shaq just touched the ball first.
A minute left in overtime. The game is tied at 97. Carter, played by Eddie Jones. Here's Carter. Throws it. He thought he had a teammate, but it was Wade, and it's thrown away. Wade trying to keep the Miami Heat players off the court. They're all standing over at the bench. Alonzo Mourning has come on for Shaquille O'Neal. Our kid played by Wade. Carter coming along the screen. There's Carter pulling it back. Cut by Eddie Jones. Goes to the crossover. Carter, nowhere to go. Kristich with a huge shot. On the rebound comes to Kidd. He backs it up. They have the new clock. Carter shoots the three. Way off. Rebounded by Eddie Jones, and he's fouled.
Couldn't penetrate. They wanted to get a quick score, him going to the basket. They couldn't. He made a great find to Kristich. Unfortunately, he missed a shot.
Eddie Jones, usually an excellent free throw shooter at 84%. He hit his earlier free throw. We're down to 11.5 remaining at overtime. Vince Carter just 12 for 32 from the field. And he misses both. The Nets take a timeout. They have yet another opportunity with 10 and 7/10 seconds to go.
Floor for New Jersey.
Inbounds to Robinson. Here's Kidd. Hands to Carter. Shoots again for three. Does not get the roll, and it's deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Miami with 2 and 3/10 seconds remaining. Kidd looking, can't find anybody. They have no timeouts remaining. Now Carter fires. Vince Carter! At the buzzer! Minute 35 remaining in the second overtime. Tied at 102. Here's Wade. Fires one up. Kept alive by Haslam. Oh, what a second effort by Udonis Haslam.
Well, it starts with the penetration from Wade, and then what happens to the offensive rebounding lanes when you get penetration? They open wide up.
Haslam 13 points, 16 rebounds. Another excellent performance. Here's Robinson for three. O'Neal on the rebound. Well, that rimmed out. It would have given the Nets a 1-point lead.
Boy, he barely got the ball over half court.
Goes to an 8-second violation. Miami in possession, up by 2. Shot clock down to 5. Here's Damon Jones for three, offline, rebounded by Carter.
Well, these teams are laboring. Nobody can get a good shot.
Jefferson does, but not able to put the layup down. Richard Jefferson soaring to the bucket, but could not score.
It's like a heavyweight fight in the 15th round. They're wobbly out here.
Shot clock down to 7. Haslam, he is fouled. So Udonis Haslam will go to the line, a 77% free throw shooter.
Here we can see, we talked a little about wobbly legs. Jefferson coming, he just can't seem to get everything as far as under control here going to the bucket and misses a layup that I'm sure he wishes he had back.
He's played 45 minutes. This is just his third game back after the long layoff, so you can understand the fact that fatigue is set in. And now Udonis Haslam will go to the line for a couple of huge free throws. 1 of 6 for Haslam on the evening.
Alonzo Mourning checks back in. So Shaquille O'Neal sitting down with 25 points.
You have to like what Van Gundy's done here is he's gone to his defensive lineup. So if they come in transition, they're able to defend high pick and rolls or any kind of pick and roll or isolation situation.
Haslam hits 1 of 2. And let's see what the call is. Bob Bavetta says timeout Miami. Mourning hustles the loose ball down, gets the timeout called.
Tough angle to get the ball into, and you got a good strong guard in Wade, and he comes off using his quickness. Now he'll go to the line.
Not only is that, but he's 7'2".
Yeah.
It has long arms. You just throw it up there and he can always go and get it. It's a great to have somebody like that in these type of situations.
And he makes about 80% of his free throws.
Wade has hit 7 of 8 at the line. Miami continues to have enormous problems at that foul line. Nets have not shot well at the line. Wade is 2 assists away from a triple-double. 19 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, but he's turned it over 9 times. Miami is 19 of 35 at the line. That's a big one, though. 4-point Miami lead with Robinson will inbound. Here's Carter. Jones picked off. Robinson from downtown. Comes back to Robinson. Haslam getting his hands on it. Haslam with a steal. What a play by Udonis Haslam. And he takes a 20-second, 23 points. And Annette Kristich at 18. Nets foul immediately. And they are over the limit. It's Scalabrine reaching in. And the Miami Heat with 5 and 5/10 seconds remaining on their way to making it a 3-0 lead in this best of 7. No NBA team has ever come back from a 3-0 deficit to win a best of 7.
Well, they survived tonight because it's very rare that Miami endures a game where both Shaq and Wade really struggle, and neither one of them had a good game here tonight. So they just grounded out. They just got every loose ball down the stretch. They got a lot of rebounds. They toughed it out, and these are sometimes the best kind of wins to get in the playoffs.
Unsung heroes. Haslam, dueling, people like that came in and came up big. Damon Jones hit some big shots. Eddie Jones got him off in the first quarter with some threes and some shots.
3.5 hours of basketball with 5.5 remaining in the second overtime. Carter from way downtown. It goes glass. 2.9 remaining. It's a 3-point Miami lead. And Wade looks to run it out.